All right. Happy New Year, everyone. This is going to be our first recording session for the year 2025. I will be keeping this real quick and short. As usual, we are going to be doing the same thing that we did last year. If you look into my previous videos, you would know the same. We do an analysis of gold, Bitcoin, the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, the dollar index, the Russell, and something else, whichever pops up or whichever has been happening today. So um, let's quickly dive in. I want to make sure that we cover this week's news. I want to make sure that I'm well aware of the news that is happening. That being said, let's first go ahead and look at the dollar index to see and understand the levels that we're playing with for the year 2025. Not for the entire year, but still for most of the year. As you can see, for the dollar, we have been trending on a higher side ever since Trump won the elections. The dollar has been strong, pushing strong. Uh, However, we can see there is some resistance up here at 13s. So what does that mean? That implies that gold might be seeing some volatility. We could see some downward pressure on gold, which is what we are seeing overall on gold. As you can see, for the past, I don't know, ever since Trump has won the elections, we have just been, we made a high to 2800s, and then we've just been, we've been sideways the entire time. So there hasn't been much trading opportunity for gold. Levels that I'll be looking for short is if we clear anywhere between 2563s. Probably you could look for liquidity grabs middle here, but you're still having problems down here. So it's something that I would like to see what happens when we reach this area, to see the volume, to see how much selling pressure there is as we get into those areas. That being said, Bitcoin has been giving people a lot of moves. This is something that can be milked the entire way. It is an absolute monster. This thing was sitting at 89,000, 92,000, 89,000, and now it's at 103,000 just by today's thing, today's bull run, right? So the level that I'm playing with is right here, off of this wick here, 103, 190. If we clear this, I will be looking to go long. I have alert set up as we break through the level. Now, that is one of the ways that I would predetermine my entry, is not at the first time, but normally at the second time. As you can see here, that exact level that we marked out, price went, hit the lick, and then back into structure. So it's quite interesting to see what we do above that, because you could exploit a move for a couple of pips, right? That's all we need. That's all we're trying to aim for. Let's have a quick look at what the Nasdaq and the ES did. I haven't looked into the markets. I haven't looked into the charts for a very, very long time. I stopped. The last time that I traded was on the 17th of December, or the 22nd. I don't quite remember when I had placed my last trade, but it was in around the time. We're still consolidating, right? We're still sideways. You can see we created a high. We broke the high. We came back down, and now we're just sideways. We have no direction of anything, to be honest, on the S&P. I don't see personally. I don't see a trade. For sure there are other traders who have setups to play with this, but predominantly I do not see anything happening much here for myself. And that's why we as we enter a new phase, as we enter a new year, normally what I do is I give the market some time before I structure my plays, because I need to see more structure before I enter a position, understanding what we did in the previous week. So for now, today basically is the first day at which the market had some significant players involved, because the US markets, a lot of these high officials have been on vacation for the past couple of weeks, right? In the place that I work with, people have just come in today, and they're trying to clear out whatever they had. So coming on to the calendar, to understand what the news is we have this here. It's changed a bit. I think they updated the app. I'm not quite sure exactly as well. However, while that loads up, this is going to take ages to load because for some reason my computer is working really slow. But I need to figure out how to transfer all of this information that I have on this, and then figure out time as well. Because this is a secondary thing that I used, right, for recordings. My primary computer or laptop that I have is different from this. So I'm just trying to make best of the equipment that I have. So that being said, like I said, it's a quick video. I just wanted to go through um, just for myself to understand what happened. The only play that I see that I can make is on Bitcoin because uh, personally, I feel that's the one thing that I trade uh, whenever there is significant volume on the on Bitcoin itself. Well, unfortunately, this is taking more time than I thought this would take. As you can see, we are still circling for some reason. I do not understand sometimes why this always has to be the case whenever I record. I think maybe it's the recording that is slowing, TradingView down. That could be one of the reasons. However, that being said, if we just have a quick overview from my perspective, from my understanding, I understand that the dollar is going to be continuing moving higher. Justin Trudeau, by the way, resigned today, so that caused something, on the Canadian side of the market. I'm sure I have. You can see this. Let's see what happened. It's going to be quite interesting to understand what the market did as it digested the news of Mr. Trudeau saying bye bye to his beloved seat. So, look at that. This is what happens when Trudeau resigns, or Trudeau says that he's going to resign. This is what happens to the Canadian economy. Like it's just based off of news. I could go short here, right? Because we just know that this is a very clear, pump that just happened because of that news that we had, right? Hit the liquidity, and then, who knows, we might come back down because the economy itself, as you know, has potential, right? The Canadian economy has potential, but, you know, for some reason, whatever the reasons are, we're not seeing it as, in our full grown potential. So this was the move that happened today when Trudeau came on stage and was like, "Oh, you know what? I'm saying bye bye." So that's what you have right there. That being said, since this is not showing me any signs of, I'll be looking into this later. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have to share for you guys today. If you are watching, well and good. Okay, so I can see that the signal is also weak. For some reason, porcelain means delays. Okay, maybe that's why this thing has been, so extremely laggy. So Tuesday the 7th, um, we have some news for, I think this is the France flag. Yeah, it says France right there. Okay, I was looking at something else. 8:30 we have balance of trade Canadian. We have PMI numbers at 10 o'clock. We have jolts at 10. We have FOMC on Wednesday. So again, a lot of news events this week. That will be meaning that we will have some market volatility. We'll be having some movements. We have a Friday. We have NFP. So yeah, this is a pretty interesting week, to be honest. It's something that I I would trade, but again, because we're trading with news, um, small size, I wouldn't want to like be caught in the middle of a sandstorm, with an umbrella. So I would definitely trade small this week. That being said, if you are trading, just be careful. We have all this news coming up. I'll be speaking more onto the news tomorrow. I just don't have the time right now. So once again, wishing you all a very happy new year and good trading.